Hey everyone, my name is Monroe Man with Break Diving. Today we're going on a virtual vacation to Kona, Hawaii, and we have an awesome tour guide in Ileana Argyris, who is in Egypt from Kona, Hawaii. Also joining us today is Bhavya from India, who is in New Jersey now. Bibian Baralemwa from Uganda, and she's wearing her. She's ready for her trip to Hawaii. She can't wait. And Oluwatomisin, short name Tommy, from Nigeria. And so without further ado, we're going to put on the screen share, and I'm going to pass the tour guide duties over to Ileana, who's going to tell us where we are going to go. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go to maps.google.com. We'll put this in a new tab in case we need to go to other places. And all right, shall I just type in Kona, Ileana?
You should go to the airport first, right?
Okay, Kona Airport, Hawaii. Is this one on Kupipi Street?
Sure.
Is there only one, as far as you know? Kona International?
It's normally called Kealohe, but yeah, there's only one airport. There's only one airport.
I don't know if they're going to give us street view on the airport. That might be a security risk, right? So we have to find a street. Like, what street is? Wait, should we go to Enterprise Rent-A-Car?
Sure, we can go into the rental car.
While I'm trying to find a street, Ileana, can you tell us a little bit more about Hawaii and how you ended up growing up in Kona? Is that where your family's from? And where is Kona? Maybe we should see a little bit about Hawaii first. Like, maybe you could tell us about this, like what we're seeing here. Go ahead.
So this is the big island of Hawaii. Oh, this is Hawaii. It used to be a kingdom, and then it became a state in 1959. The official languages are Hawaiian and English, but most people just speak English. Now there's a lot of immersion schools to teach kids how to speak Hawaiian. There are 8 main islands, and one of the islands you can only go to if you are invited, and that's where they also speak Hawaiian. They only speak Hawaiian there.
Do you happen to know which one that is on this map?
Yeah, it's Niihau, the smallest on the top.
Over here?
Next to Kauai, yes.
And so this isn't, they actually only speak Hawaiian on here?
Yes, and you have to be invited to go there.
By whom?
The people who own it are the Robinson family, and you have to be invited by them to go to it.
The Robinson family, that doesn't sound like they're native Hawaiians.
No, but they wanted to protect the Hawaiian language, so they made it kind of like a sanctuary.
Now, is this somewhere that you've been to, or even?
No, I've never been to I've never been there. The only islands that I've been to are Kauai, Oahu, and Big Island. To me too, but I was young, so I don't remember.
Okay, so here's Kauai, and then you've been to Oahu?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this is called Oahu? Is the Big Island?
That's where I went to university.
Called Oahu.
This is Oahu.
This is Oahu. Okay, so that's Honolulu.
Yes.
And is that the capital of Hawaii?
Yes, the capital of Hawaii is Honolulu.
Honolulu. How do you get from? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's also where Pearl Harbor is.
It's in Honolulu?
Oahu.
Let's see. Can we find it? Let's see.
Honolulu, yes.
It's near Honolulu?
Yeah, it's right there. The big hole. It's right in the middle on the south.
I know, I see this, but where is that? Where's Pearl Harbor? Is that
right there? Pearl Harbor is the big bay.
Are we looking at it right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. And then the question I was going to ask is, how does somebody get from island to island? Do you have to fly, or can you take a boat?
The only way is by flying. There used to be, they wanted to start a super ferry, but then their environmental impact statements showed that it was not environmentally friendly, or probably from pushback from the airlines. But yeah,
Honestly,
right
I
now the only
get
way
pushback from
to
the
get between
airplanes.
islands are, yeah,
So what is
is
this one?
through flying.
What is this island
Like
here?
that's Molokai. That's Molokai. And the big one next to it is Maui. Uh,
Maui.
Below that is Lanai, and that's the island that Larry Ellison owns. The only thing there are the two Four Seasons, and below that is Koho'olave. And
So,
Koho'olave was used as target practice by the military.
so going back here to Lanai, who's Larry Ellis?
Larry Ellis is the owner of Oracle, or CEO of Oracle, or something like that.
And
He
he
was
owns
involved with
the island?
Oracle.
He
Yeah,
owns it?
basically, yeah. Yeah.
Who owned it before this guy?
I don't remember. It was another billionaire.
Wow. So so after Larry Ellis, it will be Ileana Argyris.
No, thank you. I don't think it's a good investment.
Awesome. Okay. Now, are
Yeah.
these considered islands of Hawaii?
Yes, they're all islands of Hawaii.
And this is an island of Hawaii too.
Yeah.
So far, you said there were 8 of them?
Yeah. Actually, there's more than 8, but there's 8 main islands. Like
Okay.
in total, I think there are like 122 islands that are part of Hawaii.
Okay.
But
But
these
these are
8
the ones
ones are
that
the ones
show
that
up on
are
a map. These are the ones.
inhabited. Yes. Well, the other ones show up on a map too, but these are the main islands.
But you gotta go in zoomed like super, super, super intensely. So then this final one it's called, what's the actual name? It's not called Big Island,
Hawaii.
right?
It's Hawaii.
Okay, so Hawaii is 2 things. It's the name of all of the islands,
Mm-hmm.
and it's also the name of this larger island. So that's why
It's
they
the
also
biggest
call it the
island.
Big Island.
Well, the reason why it's the biggest is because it's the youngest in the island chain. The way that the islands formed, there's a hot spot in the earth, and as the tectonic plates move over the hot spot, the lava comes up, creates the islands, and as it moves, it makes a chain.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
So this
So
volcano,
the mhm.
is this volcano active?
It's considered active, but right now it's dormant. It stopped pumping out lava.
Okay.
But there's another smaller volcano that's still under the sea on the southeast, northwest, east, southeast of the island.
Okay. And that's somewhere, and it's off the coast?
Yes. Yeah, and it's called Loihi.
Moihi. Wow, it sounds
Mhm.
like you actually know something about Hawaii. Are you from there? That was a joke. I don't know if the connection's bad and Ileana got frozen for a second. Did you hear what I said, Ileana? Anyway.
No, can you repeat?
Okay. No, I just said, wow, you know a lot about Hawaii. It sounds like you're almost from there. And she froze again. See, it's almost like
Oh my
as
gosh.
soon as I say a silly joke, the punchline gets ruined because Zoom freezes. So that's one lesson for Zoom comedy.
Maybe Zoom doesn't like your jokes.
It's quite possible. A lot of people don't. Before we go on, Bhavya, Bibian, or Tommy, do you have any questions so far for Ileana before we zoom in and start doing a street view tour?
No, I think I'm good. I understand what she's been saying.
Okay.
Should I say the name of the fish?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So, before we were earlier in the break diving chat room, Worldviews chat room, we were talking about the Hawaiian language. And Ileana, I found this. Somebody said, I think it was Bibian or Bhavya said how long some of the Hawaiian words are. So I did a Google search to find a long Hawaiian word, and I found one. And Ileana said, "Oh, that's our national fish." So can you tell us
Spade
about
fish.
this, Ileana?
Yeah, it's a triggerfish. It's a reef fish. It's very beautiful. And the name is Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Apua'a. It's
Oh, wait, so we need to go here. How do you spell it? Humu Humu?
yeah, Humu Humu Nuku
Maybe if I
Nuku.
do Humu Humu, it'll come up. Will it come up?
Maybe.
No, there's a lot of other Humu Humus.
HUMU.
Oh, there it is. Say it again. This is the word, and Ileana's going to say it now. Go ahead.
Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Apua'a.
All right.
It's not that hard.
Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Wapua'a.
Yeah, exactly.
Bobby, you want to try?
Humu humu nuku nuku opa.
Opa.
Humu humu nuku nuku kapuaha.
Hey,
Kapuaha.
Kapuaha.
Hey, that's great.
Close.
Kapua. Yeah.
Hi, Vivian.
Humu humu nuku nuku kuapua'a.
Close.
Congratulations, you're now all Hawaiian.
Now you can have Hawaiian residency.
That's what I like about Hawaii is that they are very welcoming of foreigners to become natives. Just you got to learn how to say the national fish, and you get a passport. So that's not an official position, by the way. That was one of my stupid jokes. Now, Ileana, you also said something about that the number of letters are not many letters. Can you
Yeah,
tell us?
there are only 12 letters in the Hawaiian alphabet. So it's Haka, Lama, Napa, Va.
So
It's only
9 more
12,
rows.
and
That's it?
Pini,
Just
Filipino.
9 more rows. Why is it going here? So that's it. That's it right here?
Yeah.
Wild. They do not follow traditional letter names in most cases.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, and also there's a line on the top of some letters, of some vowels, to make it
Yeah.
a long vowel.
So what is the U sound without the long, or the U always has a line over it?
No, not always.
Is that the difference between like U and U type of thing?
No, it's not oo, it's oo and oo.
Oh, it's the
It's
same
just longer.
pronunciation, just
Yeah.
longer.
Yes.
So this would be O and O.
Yeah. But there's also you'll have double vowels or double letters, but that doesn't mean you pronounce it like as a long letter. It would be like mana.
Oh, so you pronounce, if I see 2 O's, but there's no, for example here, like up here, if I see this in the browser, O,
Mm-hmm.
then
It's not oo, it's o, it's o.
that's pronounced O.
Yeah.
Will I ever see
And
an
if there's
O
any
with,
letter vowel next to another vowel, you don't put them together.
very fascinating.
Yeah.
Does anyone have questions about the alphabet or the language before we continue? 3, 2, 1. Back to the airport. All right.
Back
So-
to the airport.
So we can. Do you recommend? Are there some good streets here at the airport? I guess we could see what it would look like if you land here, and if we zoom in enough.
When you land into the airport, it looks like you're landing in the middle of nowhere because it's just the airport is basically in the middle of a lava field.
So here, I guess this is the airport. So when we
Yes.
land here is this Pop? So pronouncing that would be Pa'o'o Street.
Yeah.
Awesome. Pa'o'o Street, because there are 2 O's. Very cool. Okay, so there's nothing really to see up here, right?
No.
Okay, so we would land at the airport, we get in our rental car or the shuttle bus, and then we would come here.
Yeah.
And
And then you would go to the pier.
so, and
Or you
can we
would go to Ali'i Drive.
go through the street view, or is it too far?
It's pretty far. I would just go straight to Ali'i Drive to go to the main street.
Okay, so we come in there, and then where are we going to head to?
You go to Ali'i Drive. So ALII.
Okay, Hawaii. What's Kalaoa?
What? Kalawa.
What is that? Is
We
that
say Kalawa. That's the area.
oh? So
The
we
way
don't
that-
want that area. We want to put Hawaii, and then what street?
No, put Ali'i Drive. So ALII
Okay.
Drive.
Hawaii, and can you spell that again, please?
ALII Drive. So Ali'i means chief in Hawaiian.
Well, I think I messed up. I put Ibid Airport near.
Just put
I know I'm going. I'm technically challenged. I've never been to this island before. It's very nervous for me driving around here.
okay. So this place. This is where the world championships for the Ironman competition are held every year.
Can you tell everyone what Ironman is in case they don't
So
know?
the Ironman is basically a it's a race, but you do swimming, cycling, and running.
So just so we know where we are on the island, here's the big island here, and there was the airport right over here, and now we're south.
The west.
So shall we just zoom into
So
anywhere
the south,
on
but
Li'i Drive?
just zoom into anywhere.
All right,
Yeah.
come down here. Okay. So that's, how would you pronounce that? Sarona Road?
Where?
Right here?
I don't see Sarona Road.
Right up here on the top.
Ah,
Too.
yeah, Sarona Road. Yeah, I
All right,
see it
so I
now.
guess I should go out to this main street here. Is this the Ali'i Drive? Yeah.
Yes, you should go to the main street.
Hey,
Yes,
Ironman
that's Ali'i
World
Drive.
Championships. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the pier.
Okay. Do we guys want to
Uh,
stop here? Can we get in there? I don't know if we can zoom in and see anything nice. Got big bags. So if you're looking
this
for
is where I grew up.
Right-
Basically,
right-
right down here. Oh, that's Donkey Balls.
okay, this is interesting. Why are there Chinese letters here?
Because there's a lot of Chinese people or no, Japanese people and Chinese people who come to the Big Island.
So that this is put up here for tourists, or the people
Yes.
who are running it are Japanese, Chinese?
It could be both, but
Could be both.
yeah.
So what would you say? I mean, in some ways, this looks like Florida, perhaps, or California, Los Angeles. What's the difference
Mhm.
between Hawaii, like
It's
here,
Hawaii.
and Florida and California?
The weather is nicer. Like everyone is more laid back. You can hear a bunch of different languages. There's more Asian influence. Everyone in Hawaii is mixed.
So would you say there's more diversity in terms of ethnicities in Hawaii?
Definitely. Everyone says that Hawaii is the melting pot of the world because most of the people in Hawaii are immigrants or children of immigrants.
All right. And are there many just native, well, not say native, are there any whites/blacks there that don't have Asian influence in
There's
Hawaii?
not that many black people. There's not that many black people, but in Hawaii, everyone is mixed because of the plantations.
Mhm.
So Hawaii used to be full of plantations, sugar plantations, pineapple plantations, and they would need people to come and work on the plantations. So they would import people from China, Japan, the Philippines, Puerto Rico. There were some Spanish people, some Portuguese people. So yeah,
Very
and Korean people, and then they all mixed with each other. And before, we also have another language that isn't very common outside of Hawaii, which is called Pidgin. And
Oh.
it's basically how it's a
let me-
language that came out of all
let
of
me
these
interrupt
people
one
trying
second.
to.
Can I interrupt 1 second? Just so you can, which way should we go? This is where I can kind of move down the street while you're continuing to
Go straight.
straight. Okay.
Which are those
Continue
big
about
long
pigeon.
trees? What's that name of that tree? The long one. It looks like a coconut tree.
It's a
Yeah.
coconut tree. It's a palm tree.
Palm tree.
Yes.
Oh, I would be able to see the fruits. Like in the coconut tree, usually it's like always with the fruits or coconut with it.
Well, they don't really want the coconuts to drop on people, so yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, this is giving me so much
Zoom in
nostalgia.
if we see any coconuts. Maybe did they take the coconuts off?
I think
Oh,
so.
They cut. Okay, fruits like yeah.
Okay.
Oh, these are plumeria trees here with the white flowers.
Which
And how
one?
would-
Where should I look? Here?
The white flowers.
Tell me if
And
you
how-
guys see trees with white flowers. I don't see any. So, oh, there
Oh
they are.
wow, they took videos. They took this picture during Iron Man.
So what was the name of this
So this
flower?
was plumeria.
No, I see on your lei, on your head, it looks kind of like this flower.
Uh,
Did they use this flower for,
Yes, they do use this flower for leis.
Tommy, go ahead. Did you have a question?
no. You were looking for the tree with the flower, so I already saw it. So I was showing you where it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was behind.
How about the public transport? But then it's like, do you have a buses or?
There's not that many. There isn't public transportation. So if you live here, you have to have a car
Whoa, 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 whoa.
or
All of Hawaii, there's no public transportation?
not on the Big Island, not in Kona.
Of all places, wouldn't that be the place to have it because it's so big?
Yeah, but it costs money to run public transportation. And
But aren't there?
But
Go ahead, Bhavya.
yeah, it's being a tourist place. Like transportation is only we have to depend on
well,
taxi. Yeah.
even if you're a tourist, you rent a rental car.
Okay.
What about someone who doesn't have a lot of money down? You know, how does that person get around if he can't afford a car?
Walk, hitchhike.
Can
bike.
you walk from one end of the island to another to your job?
No. Maybe if you start the day before.
So do you think even the most, so what about if you have a bicycle? Can you get around with a bicycle very easily?
I wouldn't try. Well, if you live downtown or like at a lower level elevation and your work is on the same elevation, but the islands are mountains. So especially this island, you would have to climb really high hills.
I'm just really confused here because I mean I've never heard of any place that doesn't have public transportation ever.
There is public transportation, but it's not reliable.
Interesting. So Bibi, and I understand you just bought
Look
a
to the
condo.
right. Look to the right.
At you wanted to show everyone Bibian's new condo overlooking the water. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So this is the pier. Well, not the pier. It's past the pier, but it's the beach.
There's a beach right here. You can swim in it.
Yeah, you can swim anywhere.
So there's no prohibition anywhere. You can go and jump in.
In all of Hawaii, the coastline is public. So there has to be public access to all the beaches.
This spot right here, this particular spot, I can go swimming in.
Yeah, I've swum there.
What if Bibian and Tommy, I see them right over here? Okay?
You know humu humu kunu kunu?
Yeah.
I think I see a humu humu kunu kunu. It's right over here. There it is.
No.
Look, it's right here. There's a humu humu kunu kunu kwapa hapa kwapa.
Oh, is dangerous fish? Does it bite?
No, it's not. It doesn't bite. It's
Oh.
just a triggerfish, and people don't eat it either. It's just
It's a small fish or big in size?
not a big fish. It's small. It's a reef fish. So
So do you think like a condo like this, would this be just as expensive as a beachfront condo in Florida or California?
probably even more.
More.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that is an amazing view.
I mean, I can
Yeah.
ask my dad if you want to buy something.
Yeah, I'd love to know how much this costs. I'm sure it's probably in the million, like at least $1 million, right?
So that building on the horizon, that's the Royal Kona Resort.
This one here?
No, on the horizon,
Horizon. Where?
right there.
There's a building in front of us?
That one. That's the Royal Kona Resort.
Oh, I think we have a lag.
Yeah, there is a lag.
Because I think this is a rock.
No, actually, it's not a rock. It's a. Sometimes there's like a tent boat.
Gotcha. Okay, so this is the resort
Yes,
here. Okay,
my
let's
grandma
go.
worked there for 40 years.
Your grandma did?
Yeah, she was a bartender.
Is this restaurant nice to eat at? The Tyrin restaurant?
It's okay.
Okay.
It's not one of the restaurants that I frequent.
All right. Well, we're not going to stop there if our tour guide doesn't recommend it. We only go to the
Oh, you
best.
passed the bar. Go to
Where?
the left. On your left,
Over here?
like across from the sea, and on the top.
This one?
Across
Bongo
from, yeah, right there. Across from the trees, yeah.
Is Bongo Ben's good? Let's look at the menu.
Yeah, actually, it's really good.
Let's see if we
I
can
used to
find
go
it.
there.
All I
The
can
menu is
see
on the-
on here is I see Bongo Ben's, I see a palm tree. It looks like a hamburger, maybe. And some island drinks. It looks pretty good. What do you
It
think?
is really
Vivian,
good.
Bavia, do we stop or do we go on? Should we have
Do they
something to
have prawns?
eat?
Do they have some prawns there?
So let's have some prawns. Maybe we can eat up in the top cafe. There's 4 seats available. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
I think that would be
That's
nice.
better
Let's
than us.
stop by.
All right, so we'll relax here, get a nice drink. Bibian is treating us to some prawns. Excellent.
On the top is a bar.
And should we invite this
It's where
guy
I
to join
used
us?
to go clubbing.
I'm not sure. It looks like he might have some. He has a bag in there. I think he might have his lunch already.
Looks like he's already done. So
Oh, look at his hand. I just noticed that.
He used to use shaka.
He's doing the hang 10.
No, it's called the shaka.
The shaka.
Yeah.
See that's the mainlander calls it a hang 10.
It means hello. Shaka.
Hello.
Shaka basically means hello. So when you see your friends, you can give them the shaka.
Let's look at the things he has on his dashboard. Looks like he has a turtle on there. He's got a bowl. He's got a knife. He's got a. It's very strange. It looks like there's almost a blanket on his dashboard too, doesn't it?
You have to bring everything with you. You don't know what you're gonna see in your life or what's gonna happen in the day. Maybe
I
you
know
go
we're-
to the beach. So
Completely invading his privacy right now, but let's hope there's no warrant for his arrest because we now have found the vehicle. And all right, so let's go up to the resort. We've eaten well. Oh, look at that. That looks like public transportation to me. There's a city bike rental system. That's
but
very
again, you can't really bike anywhere past the tourist areas because it's too far or it's all uphill.
okay. Oh, how do we get to this resort? Down this road or is it up this road?
It's down at the bottom road.
Oh, there we go. So this is where Grandma worked?
Yeah.
Did you ever visit her there when you were working?
Yeah, of course. When I was a child, we would go and swim at the pool.
That's cool. What did she do here?
So
at
you
the
have,
hotel?
she was a bartender.
Wow.
So you have little kids running around the bar.
Where? In the photo here?
Yeah.
no.
like inside the resort,
What's the name of this resort?
the Royal Kona Resort.
The Royal Kona.
Hmm.
Wouldn't it be funny if your grandma was in one of these pictures? And there's a sign saying, "Hi, Eliana. I was waiting until you found me for this moment."
I would cry.
There it is, the Royal Kona Resort.
Yeah.
Very nice. Tommy, is this a good place to stay for a week? What do you think?
It looks nice. We could
Looks nice.
visit.
Let's see what's over here. Oh, can we go up? No, they won't let us go up any further. All right, that's too bad. And is there another exit to the resort, or?
No, that's around. Yeah. Normally you could go all the way through,
Yeah,
but
I guess so. It looks like we're off the resort now. We're on Kahakai Road.
yeah, Kahakai.
Kahakai Road. Wow, that's a nice little house.
Yeah,
Right.
it's very expensive.
You know, it would be cool if Google does, if you did it, if you could press another button and kind of hover up 30 feet and then see, like, so you could see beyond, like you could see the view. But
Yeah.
Google's not very technologically advanced, so they probably can't do that. They're not really a tech company, you know. So, what happens if we keep going? It just comes to that main road again that we were on?
Well, you have to go up, but yeah, it
We're on,
should lead you to the main road.
should we keep going up Ali? How do you
You
say it?
can go to a different Ali'i Drive.
Ali Drive. Let's say, Bibian, what do you think? Should we stay on this road, or do we should go to a different part of the island, or a different? What do you think?
Check
You're-
different part of the island.
Okay, Ileana, where
Okay, go to Waipio Valley. So Waipio.
Lookout
Yeah,
or the valley itself?
the lookout.
Lookout. Wait a second. Why do people need public transportation? I mean, look how quickly we're able to get around the island. I mean, this
Actually,
is,
the Big Island is bigger than all of the other islands combined.
So which island you would recommend if we have to go to one island?
The Big Island.
Mm.
okay, there we go. Ah,
But I might be biased.
before we go on, are we still on the Big Island?
Wow,
we went
that's
so high, we lost connection with our
Yeah,
tour.
we're still on the Big Island.
And this
But
is
we went to the north.
wow.
Waipio.
It's so beautiful.
Is this I shouldn't have gone this way?
I have to wait for the leg.
I disobey all traffic laws when I am on Hawaii.
Yeah,
via
this
Google Maps.
is
What's the most popular car there? Is there any type of car that you see the most?
Toyota.
Toyota?
Toyota big huge truck.
Isn't
A
gas?
Toyota Tacoma. Yeah, it's very expensive.
I heard air conditioning it's the most expensive in the world in Hawaii because electricity.
A lot of people they don't. So if you live near the sea, it's really hot. But if you move up on the mountain, it's not that bad.
So do we go down this road or around the bend?
We were supposed to go down towards the sea, but
Shall I go? This road's going down. Can we go hiking?
Okay.
Does Google Maps allow us to do hiking trips too up this?
there's an illegal hike that's near here.
An illegal hike?
Yeah, it's illegal. But the
Why?
end of it is is kind of like a water slide.
Really?
Yeah.
You think
So
we'll pass?
that's why a lot of people go on it, but it's illegal. So we shouldn't talk about it.
You know what? I think you know what? This road is now a dead end. You look, it's just a hand. And apparently the hand is saying,
No.
come. You can't go any further. All
Ah, you
right.
should go to the most northern part. So HAWI.
I don't know how to get out of street. Oh, maybe here. Oh, that's weird. You can change. Oh my gosh. You can see, you can do time lapse. Okay, that's a little creepy. It'd be terrible if all of a sudden in 2010 there's a person standing here alive. 2011 the body is lying down and it's dead. I'm telling you, some crime is going to happen via Google Maps. Where do we go?
Hawi, HAWI.
H-A.
WI. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can.
Hello, sorry, my Wi-Fi got interrupted.
Oh, that's okay, but you missed the flight. You're gonna have to take you're gonna have to bike, unfortunately, because there's no public transportation. But we'll wait for you for about 10 minutes here at this bamboo restaurant and gallery, even though it's
Okay.
temporarily closed.
Thank
Sometimes,
God, I'm a good cyclist, so I'll
so
meet you there.
did you arrive? I think there you are. You came in this white Chevy here. So now we can all join Tommy in her Chevy and we can travel more comfortably. All right, Ileana, where are we here?
This is Hawi. This is the most northern part of the Big Island.
Northern part. Okay. Is it near the ocean or is it in the
Yeah,
middle?
everything is near the ocean. It's
Okay. I guess that's true. If it's the most northern part of the island, it must be on the coast. Silly question. Silly question. And what is this? Hawaii?
Highway 270.
So they have highways?
Yes, we have highways.
It looks like it's a normal street. Is that
Ah.
why would they call it a highway? Is there like a specific reason? Does it have a
Because it
specific?
goes all the way around the island.
So you can go straight up and down this highway? Oh my gosh. There's Tommy. I don't know which way to go. Oh, here's a sign. Wonderful. Where shall we go? To Pololu.
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 You should go. Well, if you go left, you're going to the most northern part.
Okay, we'll go left.
But this is where all of our shipments come from.
Because you mean all ships come into this port?
Yeah, this is where all of the the containers come.
Wow, there's a church here. That's a nice church. I'd like to go to that church. That would be nice. It looks like we're going up, or is that just does it just seem that way?
My eye just seems that way. Or it is, you actually are going up in elevation.
Okay. And so if we keep going, we're gonna hit.
Wait, can I show you a really cool thing?
Yeah,
A really cool place.
You want to share
No,
your
go.
screen? Or you want me to go
No,
somewhere?
go to City of Refuge.
Of Refuge. Captain Cook, Hawaii?
Yes. Or like the second one, but they should be the same thing.
Sometimes it's hard to get a road. There we go. Okay. And which direction should we?
You have to go down the street.
We jumped out of the airplane into the middle of nowhere, a field basically.
You have to go down to the ocean.
This way, do you think?
I think so.
Or should we should we go back into the airplane?
Wait,
This
so
might this might take a while, right?
because the name is Pu'uhonua. So yeah.
Okay. City of Refuge.
And take the second one.
They're not giving
Go
me.
down.
Let me see.
Go down towards the.
Is there anything here
What
that
is
you?
that?
That's
Go
in,
down the street. Go south.
oh, okay. So
Right there. Yeah. The Pu'uhonua Ohonau National Historical Park.
National Park. Okay. The Great Wall.
But
Is that
go by the
right?
street.
I'm trying. Trying.
Can you go? It's so nice.
Is this the right place?
Yes, it's the right place.
So what are we looking at here?
So in Native Hawaiian culture, like before the Europeans came, there were Hawaii used to have ali'is or chiefs,
Mm-hmm.
and part of there are a lot of rules that you had to follow. We had a kapu system, which is basically taboo. So there's a lot of things that were taboo, and one such thing is if you stood in the shadow of a chief or ali'i, that's death, pretty much. So you shouldn't stand in the shadow. And if you do stand in the
Liliana,
shadow,
I stood in your shadow and I'm still alive.
no, but if you stand in the shadow, you have to run away and get to this place, the city of refuge, or
Oh.
yeah, and
Wait, sorry,
made it there.
I did not really hear what you said. You said if you stand in the shadow of what?
The chief,
Okay.
ali'i, yeah. And so you have to make your way here.
What
And
are
if you
these
make it here
huts?
safely, then they're not huts. They're places that people. It's basically like a house.
So
So
someone
you
would
have
live.
to live there.
Yeah.
Like you have to live there from then on. Like you can't show your face in society again.
Well, you can, but like there's consequences. Basically, you have to get there, and then yeah, because they kind of had like a caste system, sort of. Like they had the chiefs, and then the common people, and then like the people who are underneath the common people. Yeah.
So how do you identify the chief to make sure that you
Well, the
don't
chief
stand in the
has a
shadow?
lot of people around them, and the way they dress is different too.
Are
Like
you
they
allowed
wear
to
these.
swim here?
Yeah, no, I don't think you can swim there.
Oh, you told me I can swim anywhere.
I mean, you can swim there, but look, it's like blocked off. I think it's because they want to preserve the place.
Well, now I feel like I was gypped. I was told this was a swim anywhere island. And now there's somewhere where I cannot swim. And I only flew here all the way from New York so I could go swim here, right here at this spot. And if you were there now, you'd see me crying on the sand.
Yeah.
Is there should I go somewhere? Should I see more places in this area here? Should I go back?
I think that's mostly it. There are some tikis there, but I don't know if you can see them on Google Maps.
Well, it's hard to, sometimes it's hard to, you can't,
Yeah, exactly.
you only get the thing that says you can't go any further. And this guy's looking at me like, he's like, what are you doing? Why are you looking at me? Okay. All right, so let's go to one more place while we're here in Hawaii.
Green Sand Beach.
Green Sand Beach.
Actually, you won't be able to see it because I don't think they take the Google camera there.
Is it Papakolea?
Yes. Yeah, Papakolea.
We're getting in there. They didn't let me swim at the special refuge place. They're gonna let.
I don't know if they'll let you see it. but it's this very beautiful green sand beach that we have in Hawaii. Maybe you could just show pictures of it.
So let me see this. Maybe can I get in here?
No, because it's in order to get there, you have to go off-roading, and
I see. So there's no. All right. So we can see some photos here. So let's look here at a photo. And why do they call it green sand?
because the sand is green. It's made from olivine.
And what's olivine?
Olivine is a green mineral
A green mineral.
that's from the volcano. So when the volcano meets different temperatures, like different things crystallize at different temperatures, and here is mostly olivine.
Oh, I see people swimming here. If I go there, will I be able to swim?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Of course, she says. Meanwhile, in our last destination, I was yelled at by the staff who said, "You're swimming in a refuge, a sacred refuge. What are you doing?" It was embarrassing. I was on the news. Oh my gosh. And now I can't go back to the Big Island for 3 years. I've been prohibited.
Sorry.
That looks very pretty. So Ileana, can you surf?
No.
So I think if we're going on a tour, we should see a surfing. What's the biggest surfing beach? Is it Waikiki, Maui?
Hello.
Jaws, Pe'ahi.
Hi,
Hello.
hi.
Sorry, I have to go.
Okay.
It's okay.
Tommy,
Thank you for joining the tour.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
It's a safe flight.
I think we're actually pretty much done with the tour for today. We had a good time, and I got to know a little bit about one of the islands of Hawaii, and the name of the island was Hawaii. And the first city we went to, Vivian, was what? Remember?
What did Ali?
Kona.
Kona.
Kona, okay. Ali Drive.
Ali Drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ali Drive.
And then we went to that resort. We saw Ileana's grandma serving up some delicious beverages. Vivian bought us some shrimp there. And then Tommy missed the bus, and she had to drive her new white pickup truck to meet us. And then we went to the most northern part, and we saw a nice church up there too. We got lost for a little bit, and we had to get back in the airplane and jump out again, and we landed in a field. And then we finished up at the refuge where I was told I could not swim. And of all the things I'm going to remember about my trip to Hawaii was that I was not allowed to swim at the beach at the refuge. Oh. So, Tommy, before you go, can you tell us what's the most memorable thing about your trip to Hawaii today?
Beautiful place.
I guess that would be okay. That would be our trip to the refuge where you weren't allowed to swim and you were publicly.
You're never gonna let me forget this, are you? Never. Never. She goes, I remember when Monroe couldn't swim at the beach. Well, I'm glad it was memorable. Great to see all of you. And for those of you watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you'd like to join us for one of these virtual vacations, come join us at breakdiving.io, and you can be a part of this fun live and help inspire others who want to travel the world. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. What do we say? What do we say, Ileana? Is it aloha?
Aloha.
Do you say goodbye? Does that mean goodbye as well?
Yes, it means hello and goodbye.
All right, so everyone, let's say aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. Later, break divers.